Welcome to this special edition of Tech 24 out of VivaTech 2019. This year, the show is bigger than ever with an extra hall added to the venue. It's also much more international with an impressive lineup of speakers.
Jack Ma, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great.
Spending time on your customers. Spend time on your people, on your own team. Don't spend time on your investors.
This is why I'm a strong believer in Europe, because I'm a strong believer in France.
This event is becoming what we call in French incontournable.
4 different themes will be discussed during VivaTech 2019, mainly women in tech, tech for good, how to boost tech talents, and how to put Europe back on the tech map. To prove that Europe has what it takes to be a major tech player on the international scene, VivaTech wants to help startups become unicorns, these companies valued at over $1 billion. Some of these unicorns worldwide aren't that profitable, prompting some to fear that this could be a unicorn financial bubble on the brink of bursting.
It was one of the most anticipated IPOs in recent history. Ride-hailing company Uber made its debut on the US stock market on the 10th of May. Other big names are expected to follow. According to experts, more than 100 so-called unicorns could go public in 2019. The term refers to privately held startup companies with a market value of $1 billion or more. Although still relatively rare, their number has skyrocketed in recent years.
Investors have been flocking to private equity markets because of low interest rates. They are investing in tech companies that are not publicly listed and provide attractive returns.
5 years ago, roughly 10 unicorns were being created every year. Now there's a new one every 4 days. It's estimated there are 350 unicorns globally, half of which are based in the US, and a quarter in China. France is home to only 4. Doctolib, an online booking platform for doctors, was the latest to join the club. That includes music streaming service Deezer, cloud storage supplier OVH, and car-sharing app BlaBlaCar.
France has 4 unicorns, the US has 169. That's a huge difference. We must aim higher and make sure that more French tech companies go global.
France's Junior Minister for Digital Affairs, Cédric O, predicts that between 20 and 30 new French unicorns will emerge in the coming years. Some would have the potential to become minotaurs, that is, raise $1 billion or more in funding.
When investors see companies expanding fast and which look likely to make a big gain, they jump on the occasion, even if that means overpaying.
Investors have been hungry for unicorns, but that doesn't mean every IPO is successful. Uber dropped 7.6% on its first day of trading, reflecting widespread concerns about the company's lack of profitability.
It's a success story straight out of Australia. Since its launch in 2013, Canva, a powerful design platform, has taken the world by storm. It's grown to more than 15 million users over 190 countries and has created more than 1 billion designs. Well, to learn more about how the startup was propelled to the rank of unicorns, I'm now joined by the CEO of Canva, Melanie Perkins. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So in just 6 years, you were able to conquer new markets, even in China. What were the biggest challenges that you faced in trying to grow Canva to the next level?
There there have been so many challenges scaling up Canva. We have had to scale our team. We've been doubling every year. We have more than 600 people in our team now in 190 countries. But I think that what's been so critical to our growth has been solving a problem that so many people face. Everyone struggles designing presentations and social media graphics. And so we wanted to create a platform that made that really simple.
And so how did the idea emerge? Like, how did you come up with it?
I was teaching design programs at university and saw everyone really struggling with the basics. And we also saw that everyone was stuck with ugly clip art and ugly fonts and ugly photos. And so we wanted to make the entire design platform free and also to make it really easy. So even if you've had absolutely no design experience, you can jump in and design something awesome really quickly. And we've seen like so many small businesses and startups who are needing to create so much visual content now. So being able to provide the platform for them has been really exciting to see.
So what do you think of the title, unicorn? Is it a dream come true, or are you wary of that term?
Well, we have a two-step plan. Step one, build one of the world's most valuable companies, and step two, do the most good we can do. So we're still like, unicorn is just like a little step in the right direction, and it has meant that we've had the support of some incredible investors who are backing our vision and what we are hoping to achieve.
You're the youngest woman at the head of a unicorn today. Why aren't there more, and what could we do to change that?
I remember one of the most significant things for me was meeting Lars Rasmussen, who co-founded Google Maps. And before I'd met him, I didn't realize that nice, normal people created huge world-leading companies. And realizing that that was something that was even possible completely changed my outlook. And so I think seeing some more companies of just like nice, normal people scaling and taking on huge problems, I think will encourage more people to get into tech and to realize it's actually possible.
Melanie Perkins, thank you so much for that. Now, perhaps some of the 9,000 startups that are showcased at this edition of VivaTech will one day become unicorns. But what's for sure is that innovators are full of ideas, as Dhananjay Khadilkar is about to show you. He's been hunting for some of the best concepts.
Hello, Julia. Let's start this year's VivaTech experience with a bit of robotics. I'm here at the stall of the French startup Cap6 Robotics that has developed this robotic masseur. It's based on the KUKA robotic arm, which allows a greater degree of movement and freedom. The company has developed an in-house software that guides this robot. The system consists of this robot as well as a 3D camera that is able to scan a human body, and depending on this information, the robotic arm adjusts its trajectory and the pressure it's supposed to apply. The interesting part is that, first of all, it's a fully autonomous robot, and secondly, you can also control this robot with a remote control. So you can adjust its speed, and you can also start or stop it. Now, there's never a bad time to take a massage, and that's what I'm going to do now. Let us now dive into the subject of ocean health. A Nice-based startup called Bioceanor has developed a set of sensors that measure the ocean's conditions. For example, here, this sensor is able to measure the salinity, the pH level, the dissolved oxygen levels, as well as the temperature of the water. Now, to talk more about this, I am joined by Samuel Dupont, who is the founder of Bioceanor. Hello, Samuel. What exactly do you do with this data?
The data is received into this box, sent to the cloud, and we analyze them to make some prediction about ocean health.
The highlight of the system is that it uses machine learning in order to make predictive analysis of the ocean's conditions in the next 24 or 48 hours. Now, this has very important applications in the field of aqua farming, as well as in measuring the pollution levels of the ocean. You're looking at the future of urban mobility. The French startup VivaTech hopes to operate a fleet of these drone taxis by 2022. Now, this particular aircraft, which is somewhat between a drone and a helicopter, has been built by the French company EAC. It's called Whisper, and as the name suggests, it flies silently. That's because it's electric powered. There are 8 rotors that have isolated circuits. So in case there's a failure of a rotor, the other 7 can operate independently. The aircraft is also equipped with a parachute that enhances the safety of the ride. Now, this is essentially meant for short distance commuting. The autonomy of this aircraft is around 30 minutes and its maximum speed is 100 kilometers. So in half an hour, it can travel up to 50 kilometers. Now, the most interesting part about this project is that the company aims to keep the cost of the ride as low as possible. So a 30-minute ride may cost around 50 euros. Back to you, Julia.
That brings us to the end of this special edition of Tech 24 out of VivaTech 2019, but you can watch it again on our website, france24.com. See you next time.